Welcome, beautiful soul. My name is Annika, and it's going to be a quick reading. It's timeless whenever you find it. I will refrain from talking about too many specific temporal astrological happenings because if you found this message, there's something within it for you, like attracts like on a frequency level. So if I mention a few things, just stick with me. You could still be experiencing this type of energy at a future moment in time. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. You're the creator, you're the experiencer, you're the observer. So it's all for you at the end of the day. Okay, so I pulled a few cards. Shout out to the Alchemy deck by Krans. And wow, it's just like such a reflection of the energies that I have been experiencing on a physical and energetic level. And I've been observing other people having a similar experience. So I was like, let's see who else needs to hear this. Basically, we initially got calcification, and as you can tell from the color and the vibe of this card, it's like giving a lot of heat. This is the stage of the alchemical process where heat has been building and building so that things that are solid and stale can basically burn away. And within that process, like there is heat and there is intensity and there can be discomfort. But the ultimate aim in this process is to transform that which is no longer serving us and is ready to essentially dissolve away and alchemize into a different energy for the next version of self that we are stepping into. And so it's like a process that's underway. It's an alchemical process of life. And so this is just kind of a signal. If you felt like a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, maybe just discomfort, it literally is the energy of the old burning away. And it's because your energy and your consciousness has reached a new state, a new level. And so literally on the physical, emotional, energetic plane, things have to dissolve away that are too heavy to align and keep up with your evolving consciousness. And so if you've experienced anything that has to do even in your physical reality with like excess heat or just kind of almost like things being in a pressure cooker, that can be an alchemical reflection of the way the energies are moving right now. Like for example, I went on a hike the other day and I got attacked by fire ants, and now I have like fire ant bites all over my body. And it's just so funny because almost every card that I pulled indicates like this vibe around heat. And the planet Mars is right now getting closer and closer to the sun and the moon that are about to be conjunct for a new moon in Sagittarius, a fire sign, in both sidereal and tropical astrology. So what does that mean? It means that the heat is building because Mars is a very like fiery hot energy, and then so is the sun, and then the moon just reflects. And so when the moon is close to Mars and the sun, it's also just reflecting that heat. So it's like this trinity of like literally a planetary pressure cooker happening right now. And it's funny because actually a lot of times, haunt confirmation, what occurs when the planets are doing their thing, you can see like very tangible effects in the reality. So like with Mars, accidents and like injuries and burns and things like that can flare up. So just be careful, stay sharp. You'll be fine no matter what. But I just thought it was such a hilarious expression of this fiery energy that's occurring. So they're not quite, the sun and Mars are not quite conjunct, but they will be like the first week of January. So like this energy of burning away is going to be present through then. So don't feel like you have to be brand new on January 1st. That has to do with the Gregorian calendar anyway. There's going to be a new moon in January, and I think it's January 18th. That's going to be a lot more aligned with like this new beginning. And then also like the Lunar New Year in February is a much more like aligned energy in terms of our cyclical nature and new beginnings. So just be patient with yourself. And when you feel the discomfort, the alchemical discomfort, just like feel yourself as lead turning to gold, and know that nothing is wrong and you are exactly where you need to be. Just take care of yourself. I'm doing the reading from a cozy spot today because, you know, I think you can still make everything work, but just taking adjustments that take into account whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, and whatever is happening on a larger scale. Like, not everything has to be so black and white, you know what I mean? Okay, so then the next card we got was summer, the hottest season of all of the, and what I loved here too is like, it's almost like this energy of the calcification is like this dot within this tree. So I'm almost getting like, even while everything could seem tip top and chill on the outside, there's like almost like this pressure cooker building within, and it's because like you're about to pop into this new level, and so some ish is just having to burn on an energetic level, on like a thought level, even on a physical level. Our body will heat up when we get sick. Like our body, we have a fever, our body is heating up so it can get rid of what it needs to get rid of. And that's a whole other situation and another story. I mean, Zach Bush talks a lot about how viruses are actually like us getting upgrades in the system. And if you ever notice when you get a virus, how different you feel before and after, it can be low-key crazy. Some of the biggest transformations for me personally. But in the summer, it says it may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that like all alchemical seasons, summer too shall pass. And so there's this energy of like this fullness building, this like heat building. And also I think there are things that even were stirred up or began, like initiatory processes that stirred up or began in the summer, that like are reaching their fullness now in terms of like their arc of a lesson for us or an upgrade for us. And so we're almost feeling like that energy coming to a place that is going to take us to the next level. And in summer, while it was a very external experience, right now it's a much more like internal experience and subtle experience. So even though we might feel it intensely, it is not as much like, there's nothing on the outside for us to really tie it to. It's like us and us, and it's kind of just happening. And so I'm seeing these two as very much like a reflection, like this was within that. It's almost like the fractal reflection. Okay. And something else I love about this card, it'll tell you like a way to go deeper with this energy. And this one, the recommendation was Call Me By Your Name, which is one of my favorite movies. And it's a very beautiful, artistic, romantic movie that ends in a sort of heartbreaking way. And so I don't know if this is relevant to anyone, but it just made me think that like perhaps something that is like burning away for you could be around something that ultimately it doesn't have as much to do with the specific situation, but it could be something around love. It could be something around relationships and things that may have happened that were ultimately meant to just like take you to the next level of your transformation. Because yeah, if you've seen Call Me By Your Name, you know. It's one of those movies where you're just like, you really want them to end up together because they're obviously soulmates, but they don't. And it's powerful. It's like a movie that will stick with you. It's like when you watch it, it'll stick with you for a while. And so that's why I'm seeing the summer card coming to now. It's like there could be some, it was like a external reflection of an alchemical process that you were going through. And it might have nothing to do with love or matters of the heart, but just this message might be for specific people out there. Something in the summer that was actually just a physical representation of like you going through a part of your hero's journey that was meant to take you to a new alchemical state. And it's almost like it's like you're coming to the completion of that alchemical process right now, and it's going to take you somewhere that is cool and elevated. And first you're going to go through the heat. Okay. And this is so beautiful because I'm getting that the purpose of this entire thing has to do with your mission here on earth, and like you're also just mission as a soul embodied as a human in this lifetime on earth. It's like to go to the depths of yourself and like let your spirit fully bloom regardless of circumstances, for you to basically almost like it's almost like no matter what, you learn to connect to the things that matter most. It's like that's what you always come back to, is your spirit, the love of like the earth and the elements, the healing of the earth and the elements, and then also the ultimate, which is like your purpose here, whatever that might be. And that is like the true North Star, the true North Star. So it's almost like the burning away that is occurring is literally just to bring you into a more embodied, confident state around who you are here, and the way that like your embodiment of your soul is like a gift walking on this earth, whether it's like just who you be or what you do. It's just a deeper initiation into your like unshakable embodiment of that and connection to your spirit and the earth. Yeah, one of the words for this is like buried treasure. It's like this burning away is just, it's like burning away whatever is on top of the buried treasure. So you're going to be in an even deeper embodiment of yourself, and like an even deeper connection to this rose that is like the beauty of you, the earth's true heart. So this one says it's time to listen. And I think that's that. And then the final card we got, which I love so much, lead. And so the energy of this is, you know, in the whole alchemical journey, it's about lead turning to gold. And the lead is here to remind us that within the lead, the gold already exists. Why is this relevant? It means that you are already perfect as you are. Everything is already perfect. And yet you will continue to transform and to learn and to grow and to walk the path and to face your fears and to embody your highest timeline and to fall down and pick yourself back up again and rise even stronger than you were before. Like, you will go through this journey because that is the reason the alchemist is here, is to alchemize thyself, to transform thyself, and therefore transform everything around them as well. But they also know that they've done this dance before. They are the source from which they came. They already are the gold. They already are the perfection. And they will do that. They will know that and then keep going. And that means you're walking the journey, not believing that you're not doing it from a place of shame, guilt, not enoughness. You're doing it from a place of fullness, of knowing thyself as divine, and like you're doing it for the sake of doing it. You're not doing it for the sake of running away from an illusion of a self that you don't want to be or that you don't love. It's like you're doing it for love, not for fear. It's not because you're afraid of yourself or you're afraid of life. It's because you love yourself and you love life. And that doesn't mean that you're never afraid, but you know, this is like the overarching perspective. And so it's also this energy that, you know, we go through many alchemical processes and we become, and you know, when we become the gold, oftentimes we'll feel godlike. Like we obviously don't necessarily, you could, I won't put words in your mouth, but you don't necessarily like literally think you're a god, but like you feel so powerful, and you're meant to, because in a way you are God. But then the lead is here to remind us that the work is never done. The great alchemical work is never done. And so it's humbling and it's grounding. It's humbling and it's grounding. And so take solace in that. You are the lead and you are the gold, and like the lead is here to anchor you, and the lead also is very connected to Saturn, which is structures that ground us here, that ground our divine energy here, and that provide us with that feeling of safety as we move through the work. So whatever you need to do to make yourself feel safe and steady this season, any habits that make you feel grounded are really going to serve you as we move into this new year. Okay. And I will just pull us a couple cards to finish this message. Let's see what we can expect. Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting the Page of Cups and we're getting the King of Cups. So I'm really getting that, first of all, I feel like you're going through like a crash course in like emotional and intuitive I don't even know what word I was going to use next. Like I almost want to say like intelligence, but I don't think that's what I was going to say. Like I feel like you're about to be so much more embodied in how you feel, what you want to create, and where spirit is trying to lead you. Like I feel like in the past, if you might have questioned the more free-flowing aspects of yourself, like denied your intuition, denied your emotional experience, denied the creative impulses that want to move through you, I'm getting that like this burning away is actually taking you to a place where these aspects of you are going to feel, you're going to feel a lot more comfortable with them. And not only that, but like you're going to let them lead while still staying like grounded and structured. And there maybe that in the past you felt like these sides of yourself would not be safe to explore or express as much. It could have been subconscious, but I feel like you're going to kind of let them take the lead in the future after you move past this alchemical point, because I feel like you're just going to feel very guided to do so. You're going to be more connected to your intuition, and it's going to become very clear to you where your soul is guiding you to put your energy. Yeah, I'm getting that you're going to like build something. You're going to start working on things that are connected to your creativity and connected to your intuition and just connected to like a more heart-centered part of you. Oh my gosh, which makes so much sense because we were getting the Earth Heart card, all about the Earth card, where I was talking about your mission and being connected to the Earth. TBH, I have no idea where that card went. Oh, here we go. It's also very much connecting to your own heart and then the heart of the earth. And that's incredible because this card is all about building. And this card is about your heart and then also your earth mission, which is like a tangible mission. It's like, what are you here to build? And then these cards are like the heart. It's like, what is your heart calling you to make tangible here and create here. This is about starting to build something. So I think that 2026 even for you, yeah, it's like you're going to be moving away from, you're going to be moving into calmer waters, into a place where like you're more in touch than ever with like what you're wanting to do on a grander scale. And it's because all of this is getting burned away right now. And this is so much about like sailing to a new space with calmer waters and a clearer mind. Like you're gonna have such a clarity around how you're meant to offer, how you're meant to give, how you're meant to show up. And it could be in relationships too. It could be in relationships too. And this is like actually justice, because you're, no matter how things feel right now, it's like this is all a process to lead you to a space where things are coming into cosmic balance once again. And that means you're doing what you're meant to be doing. You are fulfilling what you're meant to fulfill. And through that, you are bringing justice to reality by assuming your proper place in it. And your soul is the only, and your intuition is the only spaces that can align you to that place of justice, to that your correct place in the universe, because they know they're your unique guidance system. Nobody else has it for you, and only you have it for you. And it's almost like so interesting because the way the earth is right now, it's like when a body has cancer, because all of the cells, none of the cells are like connected, or like a couple cells, or most of the cells, I guess if you're dying, aren't connected to like the rest of the cells. So they're not like uplinked to the cosmic consciousness. And so the actions that they perform aren't in the benefit of the whole. And so if you think of it, that's like all of the humans operating from their ego. We're not connected to the cosmic consciousness, which is the source that like directs everything for the good of the whole. And so it's like you're coming back to this heart-centered space in which you are receiving and acting upon the direction of your spirit. And therefore you are becoming that energy of justice, of like rebalancing for the planet. And as more and more people do this, that frequency of justice is what starts to pervade, and things come to light and things are balanced out. And it's like almost like you become a, I can't think of the word precisely, but it's like you become a vessel for justice. Energetically, physically, all the things. It's like you assuming your rightful place. Yeah, and this is going to be a beautiful like era of investing into this energy, and it's going to be so fruitful and feel like you're going to feel so, I feel like, proud of what you're doing. And I love that. Okay, much love. That's all. Catch you on the next one.